Welcome to my YouTube live on 15th of August. Woohoo! So, as you know, every week I have started to share my cool book with you. Just a quick synopsis, a couple of key points to motivate and inspire you. Fly Like a Bird, Freedom of the Soul, which tells of my ups and downs with the laws of attraction. So the journey that I have been on. And it is to inspire you and to keep you going as well and never give up on your dream. As you know, I'm a life coach and I've led a very interesting, colourful life. So I share some of this with you and inspire you to help you to reach your potential. So I just want to say as well, the flavour and the essence of my book, if you like, is about part of the laws of harnessing attraction is by knowing yourself. That's done, in my experience, by opening a doorway. So it's about accessing the right brain, and I talk about that. If you have a look at some of my Life Bliss show on my channel as well, it's not just slapping on a tool of left brain. Tools that a lot of people do. And I'll go into that in my Life Bliss as well. That's how my book is written, in a poetic way. This expression of ideas and feelings with a distinct style. And if you've watched me anywhere else before, you'll know that I've got 6 laws, that's 7, that I talk about when I talk about my philosophy of success. Today, the chapter is called All Because They Told Me So. So, quickly, just a summary of the 6 laws in my philosophy of success. It's like a thread, a golden thread, 6 golden threads that come together that we want to educate ourselves to lead to success, lasting freedom of the soul. The law of focus. 1. The popular self-help movement of the last 30 years has led us to believe that in order to manifest, we should use the mantra, see it, believe it, and receive it. Now that's okay, and I've tried it, didn't really work out for me. But in my philosophy, like I said, I want to go a little bit deeper. So I want you to choose it. I want you to know you're a creator. I want you to deserve it, feel worthy, and then allow it. Step back and let the laws of the universe step in. So the law of polarity, number 2. If you're a person of spirit, then you'll know that we live in a duality, and there's a positive and negative. Everything has poles, and we have to use the laws of cause and effect, the laws of resonance, etc., etc. But we need to be able to understand the law of opposites, because it will present. Once we put out, we know that we can use our focus to create. The opposite will in fact show up. The opposite, because that's the duality that we live in, and we have to use our understanding, the next law of wisdom, to know that we need to overcome that desire then to have what we want to manifest immediately, because it needs to go through the universal funnel of creativity, if you like. So we need to understand that. That's where the allowing comes. So the law number 3 is the law of wisdom. So it's to discern between whatever is in front of you. We need to rise above the law of polarity, because we know once we put out what we want, as beautiful creators, it will come to us, because we are essence of the divine. We are made in the creation. We are creators. So it's choosing that, exercising your power of creativity, allowing yourself, and then, also deserving. The law of 4, we need to have an imagination to be able to create in the first place. If you're a left brain person, how can you create? It's just all about logic analysis. Where's the dream? Where's the passion? That comes from your heart, from your soul. And this is our true essence, the divine highest selves. And this is the purpose I came to believe, and I would suggest to you, is to experience a joy of being, although we have been maligned and we have been led astray by outside forces. but you can still come back to yourself. The essence of yourself is always there. That's what my book is about my journey through this. Finally, number 5, the law of cycles. You've got to understand that everything has a flow, in and out. All things rise and all things fall. And last but not least, the law of 6. Number 6, the law of 1. We are all one. I don't even need to explain that to you if you're an enlightened being of we are all one, we can't operate without each other. Yet that is the juxtaposition at which we live in. We need to be ourselves, but we need to need others too. So today is the law of opposites, and the chapter is called All Because Somebody Else Told Me So. And crushing self-defeat only made me question what was buried within. I had to ask myself, was my dream really worth sacrificing everything for? What if you are asked to do that, to rise up to your highest potential? Are you willing to go and do that? I did. And the hardship was definitely worth it in the end because it transformed me. Any creative process requires transformation. And I had to learn to trust myself and stop needing the approval of others to pursue my passions. I would suggest that a lot of people are sheeple. I had to cut myself out of society in some ways. Many times people try to rip apart the fibre of my being, of what I believed and stood for. Their lack of faith did not mean that mine was going to falter and that I would fall over at that hurdle, because there were many on my journey to becoming my true self. But you know what? The disapproval of those closest, of society, sticking your neck out, believing in yourself is often what one has to deal with in the pathway to success. But I was going to be okay, even though somebody else told me I would not. Hence the title of the chapter. Points to remember, guys. Get clarity in your life and your inner world. Ensuring you are making decisions for yourself. You're the driver of your vehicle. Ask yourself, do you think for yourself? Or do you rely on others to inform you? You can make an informed decision from lots of information, or you're just using one person, one channel. Do you have faith in yourself when others do not disapprove or agree with your decisions? The whole point about debate is so that we all enlighten each other and we look at each other's alternative viewpoints. I'm going to put out something today about that today. Create the space in your life which gives you room to be who you really are. That is so fundamental. Create the space in your life which gives you room to be who you really are. Okay, guys, check out my Rita Sanger author page on Facebook. I'm going to be putting out another portion of my life buzz show today as well, and I promise I'll put out some more regular content to share my life experience and all my knowledge. Lots of love, namaste, dhanyawad, and I'll be back on next Saturday. Have a great week.